I make a list of things that I'm good at, and then I make a list out of this thing. What is it something that if I give to someone else and it will be of value to them, and they will give me money in exchange for it?
Alright. Welcome everyone. You are listening to another Homo Sapien podcast, and जिसमें हम practical stories की बात करते हैं, which proves that skills are way over than degree. Like no bullshit motivation. We are not talking about any kind of motivation over here. Just practical steps, actions that you are taking. Our guest today eats and drinks marketing from years. जब उन्हें मालूम भी नहीं था that her like made her go through an amazing journey. She's a she since she was a school student and then being a freelancer, virtual assistant, now an entrepreneur. With that, let's welcome Amina, the last interview in which I'm calling her a student entrepreneur. Thank you so much, Amina.
Thank you, Ishan. That was lovely. And yes, I have made it official that this is the last time I'm going to be called as a student entrepreneur,
Yeah.
because I was supposed to be graduate 2020, March of 20, and dropped out before doing that. And like now, you should just drop the idea of calling yourself student entrepreneur. I was like, okay, let's do it one last time. Let's get over with it. After this interview onwards, I'm never introducing myself as a student entrepreneur. I'm just an entrepreneur. I have come with the peace, with the fact that I have dropped out. And I'm quite glad, to be honest, because all my batchmates, all of us who are going to, graduating in the 2020 class, are quite regretting it. So at least I didn't pay to regret.
All right, that's
Yeah.
amazing. So it's our, it's our for our good that you are here as the last time calling yourself as a student entrepreneur. I'm pretty much sure for someone who is listening right now, later on in the years, because that's how YouTube works. So this is July 2020.
July.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
we are not even recovering from COVID right now, and that's why she mentioned like
Yes.
2020 batches back for someone who is listening later on. All right. So the first question for
Yes.
you would be, what would be the number one thing that you say a student that also wants to earn, right? So this is a very big problem. Every other day, out of like I get
Fine.
like 20 messages every day, and out of those 20 messages, five messages are at least five messages are saying that I want to earn money. For someone, what would be your advice?
I can completely relate to that situation, because I also, first of all, I'm a very humble, and like we're a very ordinary family, and none of my family member or anyone, previous generation and my generation, has been into entrepreneur. I come from a very strong academic background, like where all the girls go to medical and all the boys go to engineering.
Okay.
So I was that first person, and I remember in grade 10, where you have to decide which team you're going to go to. And science, as always for everyone, it is. And that was the point. I was a good student. I would only on the subjects and everything that interested me. Otherwise, I didn't care about scores or anything at all. So obviously, I didn't take care about my board exams, and I did not care about my at that point as well. And I made the big revelation to my family that I am not going into science. I am not taking science as my stream. And I went ahead, and that was like my first rebellion. And I took arts because my mind told me that I was interested in psychology back then. I had a big interest in psychology, and maybe communication was like one of my strongest aspects. So I felt like maybe psychology is very interesting. You get to understand people. That makes it easier for you to communicate as well.
Yes.
So that was like the 14-year-old me thinking. And I was like, I just want to get into psychology, and I will probably take up mass communication and journalism as my career. Like I had the job mindset back then. So that was the plan, to get into psychology and then study journalism. And I did my first rebellion act, and I went ahead and I canceled my application for the science stream, and I went into arts. And because psychology is one of the subjects in arts, so I was like, why do I need to study biology as well as geology? I quit. Go the plan. Now this is gonna go haywire. I don't have focus on my career, and all other things happen. But is at the same time I was doing is being a teacher teenager and I quit school. So I had trouble, mingling with the other girls of my age group because my focus was not what their focus was. I was not into, serial, not into boys or things like that. So I did
Okay.
not have a very good connection with the other girls, and I did not have very good friends. And it was kind of isolating at some point. So I came up with this idea, like I want to make friends and I can't be alone, in a school environment. And one thing I noticed with the other girls, that they were obsessed with pop music, they were obsessed with celebrities and all. And it was the era of Hannah Montana.
Oh yeah.
I
I
secretly
remember.
liked her.
Yeah.
Yes. So it was Hannah Montana era. It was Justin Bieber was coming up, Taylor Swift was coming up, Selena, and it was crazy. So that's when I would say I saw my first business opportunity. I started on newspaper subscription. We had it at our place, and I was among those kids who have newspaper subscriptions.
And you were in
So
India
I
at that point
started.
of time.
Yes, I was in India at that point of time. I shifted later on, like after my high school.
Okay.
So I started collecting all the gossips. I started collecting all the clippings. I started collecting gossips. I would go over the internet and keep myself updated with the information that's
Okay.
surrounded around the celebrities.
And okay.
And I started selling them. I
Selling them what?
literally sold them. I made scrapbooks. I would make secret posters. Girls do all that kind of stuff. And I would start talking about them. Oh, do you know Justin Bieber is dating Selena Gomez? He bought a whole flower shop for her, and that's how it started.
Okay.
I got my first client for 20 rupees, or for maybe completing your notes, or for doing your assignment, for buying you something. So that's how it all started, and I got a lot of popularity. And then a lot of girls would trust me with their secrets.
Okay.
So it's like I was
But they were
basically
not
dealing.
still your friends. Just curious.
Yeah, I would say that. But who cared? I was popular.
Okay. You were popular because
And
of your venture.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And I did not realize back at that point that I was actually doing this. And it was just my way of fitting in. I started doing that. I started, making up stories as well. So I would sell gossips and all. I got to, be popular for a while, get some money as well, and hustle a little bit. That's like a very school kind of idea. And then
And you're
obviously
still a
they
good
would.
student. You're getting good marks at that point of time.
Yeah, even in my last semester, I have a GPA of 3.75.
So you were always
Out
a
of
good
4.
student. Doesn't matter on the side whatever you're
Yeah,
doing. Okay.
kind of.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So that was like my first way into it. The thing is here, what my point is of narrating the story is that you need to understand your situation, your surrounding, where you are, what kind of people you're into, what is it something of value that you can give to someone else, what is in you that will be of value to someone else. Now I could tell you, okay, you can start a YouTube channel, you can maybe start social media marketing. I could give you ideas like that, which you have, the Google is full of those ideas.
Yeah.
But the main point here is for even if you're not in, you're trying to make you understanding where you are, your own situation, and you need to understand the people around you. Understanding your own skill set, your surrounding, and the interest of the people around you. This is going to remain the fundamental and basic thing for any business. For your side hustle, to your main business, to the corporate, to everywhere. The basic rule is this: to understand the people. What are you good at? Get better at that, and cater the interest of people around you. So this is where you need to start. I can go on giving a list. Okay, you can do this hustle, that hustle, Amazon selling this, that you can figure out. Google is full of those information. But where we fail is that we do not understand the target audience. And most importantly, we do not understand our own skill set. Now, for me, I know that I can communicate to people. I have a knack for understanding designs. I'm good at advertising, perhaps. I'm good at this thing. So whatever it is. So I make a list of things that I'm good at. And then I make a list out of this thing. What is it something that if I give to someone else and it will be of value to them? And they will give me money in exchange for it.
Are you talking about Ikigai? Ikigai,
I
the
am-
Japanese version of.
I know that, but I have not read that book.
Okay.
It is a thing that you should read. People have this perception that entrepreneurs read a lot of books,
Mm.
but I was an avid reader before my entrepreneurial phase. But I have not read entrepreneurial
You
books.
were
I have
you
the period. So this is how you start realizing things, that you may be good at this thing. You may not be best, or you may not even make a career out of it, but